What's up guys, today I'm gonna show you how to replace a 5.7 Dodge Ram. Just a quick heads up, all the tools and parts I'm using are linked in the description. Using the links helps support the channel at no extra cost to you. We're gonna start by taking the radiator cap off. Now I'm gonna slide the drain pan under the truck. Now I'm gonna remove the radiator drain plug. We're gonna wait for it to drain and then we're gonna put the drain plug back on. Now we're gonna remove the upper radiator hose clip. Now using a plier, I'm gonna remove the clamp and then disconnect the hose. Now we got that out of the way with that 13mm socket. I'm gonna use the radiator fan bolt. Now I'm gonna unclip this connector. Now I'm gonna remove the bolt at the other side. Now I'm gonna remove the bottom side of the fan shield. Now I'm gonna use that special tool to remove the fan. Now I have the fan out, I can remove the shield. Now using a 3/4 ratchet, I'm gonna remove the bolt. Now I'm gonna remove the 213mm bolts on the thermostat housing. Now using a plier, I'm going to remove the hoses out. I got the first one out. Now I'm going to remove the second one. Now I'm going to move to the big hose. Now with the 16mm socket, I'm going to remove the belt tensioner. Now I'm going to spray some lubricant to remove the bracket by removing the 13mm. Now I'm going to remove this 13mm. Now we got the bracket out, I'm gonna disconnect my coolant temperature sensor. Now using a 13mm, I'm gonna start removing the 12 bolts that are holding the water pump. last one is a 14 wobble. Now with a 19mm wrench, I'm gonna remove my coolant temperature sensor and install it on the new water pump. Make sure not to mix up the long and the short bolts and put them back to the exact spot. Now I'm gonna install my thermostat. I'm just gonna make sure my Pliers valve is facing upward. Now I'm gonna install my new gasket. After a little bit of cleaning, now I'm ready to install my new one. Now I'm gonna reconnect my coolant sensor and then reinstall bracket. Now I'm gonna reconnect the hoses. Now I'm gonna reinstall my belt tensioner and then the belt. Now I'm gonna reinstall the fan and tighten it with a 36 knob. Now I'm gonna tighten the sides and then tighten the thermostat housing. I'm gonna top off the coolant, start the truck with heat on full and fan on low. Now I'm gonna let it run to bleed any air out of the system. If this video helped, drop a like, subscribe, and see you in the next one.